DILLIAN the Body Snatcher right here. It's a champ. Big up to Sporting Icon. Subscribe. Otherwise, I might pay you guys a visit.
DILLIAN WHYTE and Lucas Browne have been having a bit of a Twitter war. DILLIAN is trying to get Lucas Browne to sign the contract for February the 3rd to come fight him. And for one reason or another, Lucas Browne is a bit reluctant with the excuse, or maybe it's a legitimate excuse, I don't know, but he wants to fight Joseph Parker, so he's waiting to find out what's going to happen with that one. And if there is a real possibility of the Joseph Parker fight, okay, fair enough, it is for a world title. But for me, and a lot of you guys, this is a fight that we all wanted back on October 28th on the Joshua Takam undercard. And unfortunately, it fell apart when Lucas Browne said, yeah, I want him, Eddie Hearn, Ricky Hatton, make that fight, I want it, send it over now. Eddie Hearn sent it. Yeah, well, there's not enough time, not enough money, and all this kind of thing. I can't do a proper camp, even though he asked for it. So basically, he made a lot of excuses. But now, look, what's happening is DILLIAN WHYTE is saying, right, February the 3rd, let's do it. I mean, really, he shouldn't even be doing it for him because he let him down last time. So clearly it's a case of DILLIAN WHYTE just wants to get hold of Lucas Browne and take that O from him. And for me, it's a great fight, and I really hope that it happens. But all this started off with was Lucas Browne, where he put out just a random generic tweet where he says, a good positive attitude and a willingness to block the haters and negativity. If you can think it, you can achieve it. He then went on and said, I'm gunning for Parker with a hit out first. Have other options though. DILLIAN WHYTE jumped in at this point and says, you have had the contract for a time now. Let's get the fight made and stop effing about. Then Lucas Browne, he just responded with, I certainly don't have the contract to fight for you. I do know Ricky Hatton is working on a bout agreement this weekend though. DILLIAN WHYTE responds, you're always looking for an excuse. You should sack Ricky Hatton because you're always blaming him if it's no good. Sack him, just sign and let's fight. Nothing more to say, man. I'm tired of all you heavyweights out there with only a few willing to fight. Then he come back with, I've absolutely no idea. Oh, sorry, this is Lucas Browne. I've absolutely no idea what you're saying. Take a breath, calm down, and type that again. My goal is Parker. If that doesn't work out, I'd be happy to come over there and belt you. You look like muck against Helenius' shadow. And DILLIAN WHYTE responds with, Hatton is crap, sack him. Now, this is a fight that we would all love to see, right? A lot of people, when it comes to DILLIAN WHYTE, there is actually a selection of people that we would love him to fight. Obviously, one of the champions would be the top goal. But if Wilder or Parker isn't available, then we look at the likes of Lucas Browne. We look at the likes of Dominic Breazeale, Jarrell Miller, Luis Ortiz, and a few others like that. So one of them he's already been in with, and he got the W. He got the win. It didn't matter whether it was an outstanding performance or not. He did what he had to do. He won against Robert Helenius. So now he wants Lucas Browne. Even though there are probably bigger fights out there for DILLIAN, and that's available. Luis Ortiz is arguably one of the bigger ones, outside the champions, of course. And the likes of Dominic Breazeale, and certainly big baby Jarrell Miller, which would probably be the pick for most people. But Lucas Browne is a name that we would love him to fight. And for whatever reason, Lucas Browne let me down, he let you down, DILLIAN WHYTE, everybody, including his own fans, down by not coming over and fighting DILLIAN on October 28th in Cardiff. Well, now he's got a perfect opportunity to do it. Joseph Parker doesn't seem too keen on fighting Lucas Browne, and to be honest, I don't blame him, because when Lucas Browne was WBA regular champion, Parker said let's fight, and Lucas Browne pretty much said, who the hell are you? You don't deserve a shot. But now the shoe's on the other foot. Joseph Parker being WBO world champion, Lucas Browne saying, come on, let's fight. So Parker, he would love Joshua, and if not, probably the winner of Bellew and Hay. But between now and then, maybe an interim fight against somebody. We know he's been talking to well, a possibility of fighting in Japan, and plus many other countries out there as well. I don't know, personally, I don't know why Eddie Hearn is not trying to make Dillian White versus Joseph Parker. I got a feeling because what he's really hoping for is for Tony Bellew to beat David Haye and then set up that fight with Bellew versus Parker. I think that's what he's hoping for. So as usual, he's putting Dillian White on the back burner. Personally, I think that's right. The money that he's offering Deontay Wilder to fight Dillian White, he should offer exactly the same with Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker has a more impressive resume resume of opponents than what Deontay Wilder has, and that's a fight we would all love, and a lot of people would tune in to watch that fight. Dillian White in a world title fight against Parker, yes please. So hopefully Eddie and Dillian will get their heads together and say, give me Parker, stop choosing your mate Bellew over me. Bellew is not a legitimate heavyweight. There is no way he can beat Joseph Parker at all. So if you can't get me Wilder, get me Parker. Lucas Browne, why not? Lucas Browne, if all else fails with the other champions, Lucas Browne is a quality fight. I would love that fight, certainly tune in to watch that one. Jaron Miller, definitely, and the list goes on for a select few. But anyway, you drop yourself a comment below as to what you think about the potential fight between Dillian White and Lucas Browne. Seems like it could be resurrected again, and there should be no excuses, Tom Lucas. If you can't get the fight with Joseph Parker, you have said that you would love to come over and give Dillian a belting. So you'll have plenty of time to be training. So no excuses now. Sign that contract and let's get it on.